morning, Sunday 17th, time is 5:24. Head into the car boot before I go to work. I start at 8 o'clock, so I should get there just before 6. Gives me like 2 hours, an hour and 45, something like that. So see what we can find in an hour and 45 at the car boot. I would bring you along, but I do not have a chest mount thing, so I need to get one of those ordered, because that'd be alright if I could get one of those and bring you around. But I'm absolutely knackered, but that's what you gotta do on the hunt. Okay, so we went to the car boot this morning. It was a nice early start, but yeah, wrote me off a little bit. I was in work at 8 o'clock, I think it was, and I got up, I can't remember what time I've just said on the last clip. I think it was like 5ish we set off, 5:30. Yeah, usually no issues getting to this car boot. There's no sort of like queues or whatever, but I got there this morning, and yeah, there was a queue for like 45 minutes to get in. The queue was just not moving, the traffic wasn't moving, nothing. So I think I finally got in at like 6:15, 6:20, set off at 5:30. It's only like 10 minutes away from me. And like I said, I got in at 6:15 and I was in work for like 8. So yeah, I was on a bit of a time limit with this one. But it gave me like an hour and a half to look around, and yeah, we still managed to find some pretty decent stuff. So I'll run through those and chuck them in this video. So yeah, there was one guy there that had loads of claws, designer stuff. There was Belstaff, Cortez. What else did I pick up? Like a Man City training top. I've listed a few of them. A few of them have actually sold as well. Again, mostly sell games, consoles, stuff like that. I'll do claws and trainers sometimes, but I usually find they're quite slow sellers. Obviously you can't make money with them, but yeah, I usually find they just end up sticking around, and I just kind of get sick of seeing them and then just sell them for like half of what they're worth. But I just can't be asked holding on to stuff for that long. I prefer games that just kind of go like within the week. So yeah, but again, we managed to pick some up and sell some. So a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned on a video, I picked up a Belstaff jacket that actually went yesterday. Sold like 4 bits of clothes on Vinted yesterday. The one from a few weeks ago from the car boot, Belstaff bomber jacket, paid 10 quid on that. So I'll pop a picture up here. Sold that for 32 quid. So yeah, 3 times my money on that one. £10 paid into 32 quid. Obviously Vinted as well, so no fees, so we'd take that. Went to a charity shop yesterday. My partner found these jeans. The brand's called Nobody's Child. Good way to tell it is on the back pocket there's like a stitching of like a NC for Nobody's Child, obviously. They sold for 12 quid. Picked them up for 3 quid in the charity shop, so 4x my money there. These sold as well. Picked up some Air Max 95s, 110s if you're in Liverpool. Yeah, anthracite, safety orange, UK 9. Picked them up for a £5 at the car boot a couple of weeks ago as well with the Belstaff jacket, and we sold those for 30 quid. So again, 6 times my money there. So maybe clothes aren't too bad. Maybe I might do some more clothing stuff on Vinted. Car boots, every store's got clothes on, so it is quite easy to find stuff, and there's not as much competition. Obviously, stuff like your trainers and that, there's a lot of competition on them, but your Belstaff jackets and stuff, unless like ABL Reselling's about, then there's not really too many people that are looking for those sort of things. So yeah, I might look into flipping some more clothes on Vinted. They seem to go quite quick on there. eBay, they just seem to sit around forever. So yeah, I might just do that. Just keep topping it up when I'm having a rough sort of week with the games. If I can't find much of the car boot, I'll just have a look for some clothes and flip them on. Picked up a few other bits as well that I didn't mention. We got the Converse CDG Combi Garçon sort of collab. Picked those up for a tenner, I think they were. They're basically brand new, so I think I should get like 35 quid on those. What other bits did we get? We got like another Belstaff jacket, but it was like a motorcycle sort of nylon jacket. I'll chuck a picture up there. Bit weird, but again, because it's Belstaff, I thought this is either going to be like worth thousands or no. I thought this is either going to be worth like 50 quid, 200 quid or something, or it's going to be like absolutely useless. But saw a recent sold for like 35 quid on eBay, exact same jacket. So yeah, paid 2 quid. I don't know if I said that. The guy that had all the clothes and the designer bundles and whatever,
they were all £2, and then jackets were £3. The Man City top thing that I got, again, there was a sold on that for like £70. The tag on it says RRP £100, so I've listed it for like 60 to 70 quid. Yeah, so maybe that'll be something I'll look into in the future, doing some more clothes reselling and stuff like that. But yeah, I also got this, I've just seen it. Same guy with the clothes for some reason had one gaming item, but it's not a game, it is a bag. Original PlayStation sort of like carry bag. If you was going to your mates, you'd chuck your big grey PlayStation console in that. So that was cool, bit of nostalgia, retro gaming stuff. Only paid £1 on that, so yeah. So yeah, that's the car boot pickups, up to date on those. We'll go through any others, so on to the next clip. We got some good stuff at this car boot. So the first thing that I picked up was a PS3 Slim, 15 quid. I'm not sure what memory model it is, I've not even looked, to be honest. Didn't really do too much inspecting of this, and I really should have, because all the screws have been took out of it. So I mean, the inside of it looks fine, doesn't look like there's anything missing or broken or whatever. Yet to test this, but yeah, bit of a should have done my due diligence a little bit on this one, and just really didn't. I don't know. And it's got like a cash converter sticker on there, which doesn't really bode well. It's been tested back in 23, 24, so fingers crossed. We've got the, whatever it is, the hard drive in here. Yeah, 250 gig hard drive on that. The warranty seal has been taken off again, which is not ideal. 15 quid paid on it though, so might be able to flog that on Vinted. Definitely get more than 15 quid. Didn't come with any leads, but again, HDMI comes with that. I've got about 1 million of them, and the power, I think it's just a figure of 8 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're pretty easy to come across as well. Didn't come with any controllers, but literally a couple of stalls down, someone had 2 PS3 controllers. These are the wrong ones from a different one, but yeah, you get the idea. There was 2 PS3 controllers that were both the DualShock 3 6-axis. Asked how much on those, 50p each, so paid £1 on 2 PS3 DualShock 3 controllers. So I chucked them with that. So that makes £16 for a PS3 Slim bundle. Just need to find some wires, which I'm pretty sure I have got. So yeah, 16 quid, should be able to flip that pretty easy. In terms of games, we didn't actually find anything until the very, very last row, which is kind of weird. Usually I'll find a lot, to be honest. Again, picking up games at carboot, it's just so much competition and everyone does it. Even like your normal general resellers are just onto it now, because they do just sell so quick and everyone has them. But yeah, didn't really find any until the very last stall, like last row, last stall that I went to before I was going. Someone must have just put out some PS4 games. I'll put a picture up here of what I got. But yeah, £2 each on these, and then there was PES 2021 season update. It's since sold on eBay. So it went for £46.50. So £46.50 from £2 sound. So £44.50 profit. I took them in on my lunch break, and we got £28 voucher. I actually spotted something that was in CEX, so I was going there with some intent. GameCube game, Mega Man, Network Transmission. So I got the label on there, 28 quid. So like I said, I picked up them 4 PS4 games, £8 paid, made the money back on the PES already, 40 odd quid profit, so the other games owed me nothing. Traded them 3 in for a 28 quid voucher, and we picked up Mega Man Network Transmission on the GameCube. Bit of an uncommon game, never really seen it before, that's why I picked it up. So yeah, that was pretty much free. And we got 40 odd quid profit. Like I said, games wise, we didn't really find much. So again, gaming wise, I don't really have much to show from the car boot, but we picked up loads of games. There was one guy there that was just had loads of designer stuff, really good brands like Belstaff. I'll run through the Vinted orders first that I've got, because there's a lot. So the first one that I've got is Nintendo Switch TMNT Cowabunga collection. Picked that up for 7 quid. I already had another TMNT Switch game So I just bundled those two together, put it on Vinted, 22 quid. I think CEX were giving me like 18, 19 quid. So I was like, if I can get anything above 20, I'll just take it on Vinted. We got 4 PS1 games. I think I still have them actually. They're actually somewhat reachable. These 4, we paid 5 quid on them. XS Moto, doesn't have the front cover or manual. Airboat Racing, never heard of it. It's complete. Yeah, this one's complete, and I checked eBay and they go for like between 5 and 10 quid. So I was like, if I'm paying a fiver, there's my money safe, sort of thing. The main reason I picked it up was X-Men 2 Mutant Academy. It's not really an expensive game by any stretch, and it did come with Big Bass Fishing, unfortunately, as the case. It's got the disc in there and the front sort of inlay, but the case is wrong, unfortunately. And the back's obviously Big Bass Fishing, so yeah. But yeah, it's worth getting just for the game. 5 quid, like I said, my money's safe on the other one. And then there's a Star Wars Phantom Menace as well inside this PS2 demos disc. So yeah, that was a bit of a random one. When that came, I was a bit like, why did I even buy this? But hey, well, PS1 games, there's some loose cases there. Worst case if I wanted to swap some out, so justified somewhat. Move on to the next one. So I got Animal Crossing, 3 quid. Think I've traded that in. That's just been traded in and gone to something. Maybe the Fallout 3 Collector's Edition, which I showed last video. Or whatever other recent pickup I've had. I'm not too sure. I traded a lot of games in for cash recently as well. I put that up here. I think it was like 182 quid I got from cash. Literally just got so many sort of, show you, so many bundles and pals just like this of like, I'll pick out the expensive sort of 20, 30 plus pound games, put them on eBay and sell them. But like anything that's like 10 to 15 pounds or below, for example, like Minecraft Dungeons, it's got decent trading on it, decent cash, but it's like not really worth putting on eBay. Yeah, I've just got like huge piles of those, so I just took a load to CEX and got £182 cash. As you can imagine, they don't give you too much cash, so that was a lot of games that went in. And again, we've got another pile there. That cabinet on the left is actually full of those sort of games as well, like the Switch pile there. I think I've only got like 4 games in my actual Switch collection. I think like the bottom 4 or 5, and then everything above that, again, is just from that pile. We've had some like house viewings recently, so I had to clean up. Yeah, and not have piles of games everywhere, so that was the intention with that. But yeah, anyway, Animal Crossing DS, 3 quid paid, and it went into CEX, so here's the CEX prices. Next one, Ring Fit Adventure. So this one was Ring Fit. We paid 13 quid all in on this. So this was the Ring Fit boxed with the ring and game, and then it also came with, I think it was Monopoly and Hasbro Family Games or whatever it's called. I'll ping it up here. But yeah, we sold the Ring Fit for, can't remember what it was. It was like between 10 to 15 pound. I'll put the sold listing up here. And then the other 2 games, again, I think are in that pile somewhere. Hasbro Family Game Night, and I think it was 1-2 Switch actually. So yeah, some trading on those, worth getting. Made the money back on the Ring Fit, and then like I said, the other 2 games, we've got some free voucher there. So the next one, Switch game Spyro Reignited Trilogy, ping that up there. £4 paid on that, £7 all in. Again, another one where it came and I was just a bit like, don't know why I bought this really, but again, it's worth more than the 7 quid all in that I paid for it, so we got that. Next one, bit of a weird one. I'll grab that one. So this one is a PS4 game listed as Minecraft. What is it? Story mode, season pass disc, pretty much worthless, or it's cheap at least. But then when I scroll to the next picture, the disc was actually Minecraft The Complete Adventure, which is a good like 40, 50 quid game. So I thought, what's this listed for? 5 quid, ping that up there. Yeah, 5 quid for a £50 games disc. So I thought surely there's some value in that worth picking up, got to be more than a fiver. So I thought I'd sell that as disc only inside a normal Minecraft disc case. yeah, I haven't listed that yet, but even if I get like 20 quid for that, I'll be happy. So there's that. So I picked up FIFA 20, which was listed for, I think it was like 3 quid that was listed for. And then the fella said, I've actually got Animal Crossing as well, which I'll put here. I asked how much on that, and he said 2 quid because didn't have a case. Somehow Animal Crossing's got more value than FIFA, but again, it just goes to show people don't do the research whatsoever. So I picked that up for £5 all in. So yeah, the Animal Crossing sold, I think, for 19.50, 22.50, somewhere around that range. I'll put the sold listing up here, and I've got FIFA 20 there as basically a freebie. I think there's a couple of quid sort of trading on that, probably like £5 trading voucher on that, £4. So yeah, that was a nice little freebie. Next one, it was 4 Switch games and a DS game and a PS4 game. So picking that up here, £27 paid for this. So we got God of War on the PS4, the sort of like original remaster, whatever it is. I've got 2 copies of that now. I've got the PS4 sort of games bundled up here. So we've got 2 copies, God of War at the top and God of War second from the bottom there. So yeah, that's that. Picked that up. That was the listing, and then I just bundled everything else on top of it. So we got Mario Kart DS as well. I had the loose case for that, and that was the loose game. So I got that sort of bundled up with it. Completed the box with the game. So again, that was worth picking up for me. That's got like a good sort of £10 trade in, something like that on it. And the main sort of reason that I bought it, I've got a picture here on Vinted, so I'll just show that because I don't think I've got most of the games now. So we got Mario Party, £20 game. Minecraft, again, like 15 to 18 quid trading. Rayman Legends, Just Dance 2019. So we've got trading on Just Dance and Rayman and Minecraft, and then Mario Party pretty much pays for the bundle. So yeah, decent little bundle. I think some of those Switch games have gone into CEX, unless these ones here. God knows, I've just got that many sort of like filler Switch games that I just chuck into bundles. I don't know what to do with them anymore. But yeah, that's that one. Next one we got. This was listed for £5, and the listing just shows that, and then you go onto the description, as well as, what is it? Can carry all the components to Nintendo as well as games, and comes with Crash Bandicoot Team Racing game to use on the Nintendo. There's so many people that just list stuff like they just put that, and then there's actually a game in it that's worth like 4 times the amount of this and what they've listed it for. But yeah, it's just, you've got to read your listings, because a lot of people make a lot of sort of, not even mistakes, but they just don't know how to market properly or advertise properly. So yeah, I saw that, and I think I got it for 5 quid. I think he listed it for 6 quid, and I put a cheeky offer of 5 quid in. So yeah, we got that, and then Crash Team Racing, which I think I've got over there. So that's a loose cart. Should be able to get like a tenner on that loose cart, and then sell that case back on Vinted for like 3 or 4 quid maybe. Next one. So this one we paid 12 quid on. So we got, I'll just ping it up here. So £12 we got Sonic Rush, Cooking Mama, Simpsons, Sims 2 and Wario Master of Disguise. Still got some of those again in here. So we've got Wario that's like up there teetering off, Sims 2, and I'm not too sure where the other ones have gone, probably traded them in. I think there's a pile of DS games at the bottom of that pile, but yeah, £12 paid on them. The Sims 2 is like a decent sort of £15 game, so the trade-in's decent on that, like £7-8 now. It used to be higher, but it's dropped a little bit. Simpsons again, it's got a decent bit of trading on it. Cooking Mama as well, £8, £5 cash. Sonic Rush I think's the same. So yeah, for £12 paid, money's definitely safe on that. Yeah, so that's that little DS bundle. So next one we paid £12 on these 3. So the seller put up a big box of PSP games, and a lot of them were sort of like your filler Crazy Taxis and all that sort of stuff. But there's one game in there that I'd never heard of. And it's the middle one called Brave Story. Again, looks a bit Japanese anime sort of thing. I'll see if I can find it. So this game, which is weirdly landscape, but yeah, I've found that, searched it up on eBay, recent sold listing of like $69.99. So I was like, okay, I'll grab these. These were listed for £4 each, so you can kind of create your own bundle. I think at the time that this went up, everyone just went in on it and went crazy, and I think the list didn't actually glitched, but somehow I managed to work my magic and secure the deal. I think they just said like, give me a minute whilst my Vinted just like crashes out, and then spoke to them later on and we managed to get the little deal done. So yeah, that's got a recent sold for 70 quid. So for £4, £12 all in. What was it? There was Coded Arms Contagion as well, which is like a £25 game in CEX. Obviously the trading's not as high on that, but I think I've listed that for like 15 to 20 quid on eBay, so there's my money back. And then if we can make like even 50 quid on that, that's all pure profit, so we'll take that. And then there was also Ace Combat X, which I've just got in the cabinet there. It's not really an expensive game by any stretch, but just added it in to kind of conceal these two, because sometimes I think when I'm making bundles with people, if I just pick one game out and say I want this game and there's 20 others, they might sort of cotton on a little bit of like, why does he want this one game, and they search it up, and then that's when your order gets cancelled and suddenly it's back up for 50 quid as opposed to 4 quid. So sometimes I'll do that. I'll just pick up another couple of sort of like still alright games, or like games that I particularly want to play or whatever, just to kind of like conceal the bundle, sort of, just to increase your chances of them getting delivered. Because if you cherry pick too much, sometimes people clock onto it. So nice one for watching again. Subscribers are flying up. The like count's nice as well. I keep clocking that. That's on like 10 plus each video, so I'll take that. Thank you. Keep liking, keep subscribing. Thanks for all that, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.